So a win for Huger the first time around at the Paramount Theater has set these two men on a crash course to meet yet again for the title. Right? So much has changed between both these athletes' career before they were set to step foot in the cage today. And both are supremely confident they can come out on top tonight. An all-out war with guaranteed fireworks, as we already talked about. It's the only product you're going to expect tonight. Jerome's a guy, constant volume and pressure, huge power. I mean, he's gotten guys out of there before with big overhands, right? He was in a very competitive contest his last time out at RFC 5 in this very same building, and the fight before that at RFC 4 with Mike Frezza. So this is a guy that's, I mean, no stranger to these big kind of title fight situations, right, where the pressure is all on him. He gets technical, or more technical, excuse me, with every single fight, and he's fantastic at finding his own pace. Can he do that against Matt Valencia is the question. We will have to see. Jerome makes his way into the cage now. Matt Allhart Valencia, about as showtime as they come, of course, along with his teammate, Showtime Julio Segarra. But Matt's always in wars, right? He's undefeated in kickboxing, fights out of Rigoro Gym. Never a boring fight, man. Constant forward pressure. He was fighting since he was 9, right? He's so confident that he can beat Huger this time around, even though the stakes are much different, and even though Huger got his hand raised the first time around. Says he's put on a little bit of weight for this fight. He's confident in his preparation, in his training, and it's go time now for the young athlete. See Matt's longtime teammate and supporter, Julio Primetime Segarra, right there with him in his corner. Of course, Coach Ricky, Fernanda, the whole team. They're such a family over at that gym. I've had the pleasure of training with them, and they do everything as a unit. Same with the Fight Lab, right? I mean, both these teams backing these athletes, strong family-type units. And you see the product that is the outcome, right? Are these strong athletes mentally, physically, guys that have a lot of pedigree inside the cage. And it's also important to mention that this will be Jerome's second defense of the title, and he is one of 2 active members of the Fight Lab team that will be defending their title tonight.
This is your 150-pound Gamma title fight. The fight is scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. The referee in charge of the action, JP Zuniga. First, introducing and fighting out of the blue corner. He stands at 5'9" tall, weighing in at 150 pounds. Under Fight Lab USA, out of Fort Lee, New Jersey, Jerome Huger. And his opponent, standing and fighting out of the red corner, stands at 5'9" tall, weighing in at 150 pounds. Under Rigoro Gym, out of Poughkeepsie, New York, Matt Allhart Valencia.
Here we go. I always have goosebumps before a Matt Allhart Valencia fight. I always have goosebumps before a Jerome Huger fight. And when these two collide in the cage, I mean, it's pretty much destined to be fireworks, as we said. Matt always brings the intensity. Jerome trying to make his second consecutive title defense here. Nice shots from Jerome early. What can you expect from Matt? You can expect forward pressure, nice switch kicks too. He always keeps his hands right up near his head. He mentioned to me too in the lead up to this fight that he is definitely wary of Jerome's power. He wants to kind of take the first 2 rounds, be very calculated, right? He doesn't want to overextend himself. He gave a lot of respect to Jerome, but he says, I just feel like I have enough to beat this guy. And Jerome just pouring on pressure early. Huge shots, but you're never out of the woods in a Matt Valencia fight. Matt's trying to time that big counter, right? This is not the volume-heavy Matt that I think we're accustomed to. It's much more of a kind of, a little bit more calculated Matt. See the crowd, member of the crowd, screaming, let those hands go. That's perhaps when Matt is at his best. Nice switch kick out of Matt. Nice body kick in return by Jerome. Now the tide's just shifting just a bit. 37 seconds left in this first round. Could make for a very competitive first. And Matt giving a wiry smile. I mean, this is the most calm pace I think I've ever seen Matt Valencia fight at. Which speaks to his preparation and the respect that he has for Huger. Nice body kick out of the champion. We will get to the end of round number 1 with a flurry of shots. Cheeky little push kick out of Matt Valencia to end off the round there. Certainly a competitive round 1. Both these athletes have been on, it seems like a collision course, right? Valencia up until this point undefeated in kickboxing. Huger has racked up an impressive resume of really, really competitive fights, right? Some he got the nod in, some he didn't, but both of these gentlemen certified talents as we get set to begin round 2 of a potential 5 here at the Newburgh Armory. Matt did say that he expects Huger to slow down just a tad as the fight progresses. And so he said, I want to take advantage of that in the later rounds. Predicted a round 3 to 4 finish. Nice leg kick out of Valencia, but off of a push kick by Huger. The referee warning, not sure what he was warning Jerome, but warning Jerome something, maybe about the low groin strikes. Nice knees from both men. And Matt's always going to come forward. Huger hitting him with some bombs now. Matt just got to keep his hands up. And notice his hands are getting a little bit low. That is not a game you want to play with Jerome Huger. Nice 1-2 over the top for Valencia. Shot from Huger rattles Valencia momentarily. He's been scoring with that body kick all fight. And we are seeing a war. Pace most certainly picked up round number 2. And the same vocal home crowd for Kang now comes out in support of Valencia. And I might score this a 1-1 contest. Valencia, he might have his man hurt. At the very least. Gas tank of Huger, maybe a little bit depleted at this point. There's very few men that can fight at Valencia's pace as Valencia comes out with the intensity. I have that 1-1. And so far, the fight is going as Valencia had predicted, right? Those first 2 rounds, takes his time, downloads the information that Huger has to give him, and he said rounds 3, 4, and 5, that's when I'm really going to start to kind of put the pedal to the metal and really start to put those, put my paws on him. Huger taking some deep breaths in that corner. It's important to mention, I mean, Valencia, no deep breaths at all, really. Might be something to take a look at. It's also important to mention that, again, Huger did go 5 hard rounds with Mike Frezza, which is not an easy task for anyone. So his cardio can stand the test of a war. Is it a Matt Valencia war? And we've seen Huger get into these types of brawls with guys like Mark Tessina the last time he was out. Huger was able to kind of get Mark, and Mark is a guy that's very technical. He was able to get Mark to start swinging a little bit more wildly. And again, referees mention in fighter meetings, the way that you get out of being tangled up is boxing, right? There's not going to be a separation. You have to box your way out. A couple of illegal strikes, I think, after the clinch. You can only get 1 per clinch. The referee warms Huger. Nice switch body kick again from Matt. That's one of his best weapons. One-two from Huger. And Huger has a really good adjustment this round. He's holding, it's not even like a clinch, but it is, he's kind of framing Matt up for his own shots. And it's not considered a clinch in the eyes of the referee, but you see he's kind of controlling Matt, even though he doesn't have to worry about the ref coming in and breaking it up, right? There's the clinch, but it's almost like a modified tie clinch in a way, where he's holding Matt's shoulders and he's able to get his own offense off. And Matt always gonna come forward. Huger throwing wild shots over the top. 10 seconds left, round number 3, in what has been an incredibly competitive fight. Oh! And now Valencia comes forward. He might have his man a little bit hurt. And just intensity all the time from Valencia. I think Jerome might have done enough to get that round number 3. We have a very competitive fight on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't mean to harp on this, but I note the difference in the breathing between these two men. Jerome, very deep breaths. Spit is dribbling down and Matt, if you look, is almost like smiling in his corner. In fact, he is smiling. He's not even breathing hard. An inhuman pace can be set by all heart. We go, beginning of round number 4, the championship rounds. And right now, Jerome is just being the busier fighter, right? And he's almost kind of beating Matt at his own game, which is swarming. Matt can't even get his own offense off most of the time because Jerome is just, when he's not tying him up, he's winging shots over the top. So that 1-2 right there. Again, lands it. Nice knee up the middle by Jerome Huger. Matt answers back with a switch kick. With a minute left, round number 4, Matt needs a convincing end to this round. Oh, Matt might be a little bit hurt. But nonetheless, still coming forward. Nice push kick. And multiple times he's tried for that, almost like a Superman punch. Nice shots from Matt, though. Slick boxing in the pocket from Valencia. A switch body kick to follow up. Another one there. These guys are just putting it all out in the line. Huger's tired as well. Who wouldn't be? And that's the benefit of that high guard by Matt, right? A lot of Huger, a lot of his appeal is his power, right? And his technicality, but if those shots aren't landing, if they're hitting the gloves, I mean, Matt can essentially just walk forward. Big round 4, a competitive round 4. And I think it all hinges on this round number 5. Corner of Matt Valencia seems to be happy. But Huger is doing a fantastic job of keeping up with his pace. Extreme zoom in here. And finally, for the first time in this fight, Matt taking a seat. But again, you take a look at the difference in the breathing. Jerome just a little bit more labored. It doesn't seem to matter, though, because he still is able to match Matt's pace. That's just the fighting spirit. The 5th round is where champions are made. And we are looking to crown one here tonight. Will it be Ann New or will it be Ann Still? Live from the Newburgh Armory, we have the 5th round of a 5-round war. Jerome using more of that physicality in the clinch, but Matt now pouring on. Perhaps he understands the largeness of this moment. Just hitting Jerome with volume now. And this pace has been insane through 15 minutes, or just about 15 minutes. Minute 15 left here to go. Both these guys, big moment. It's just really about who wants it more at this point. Matt now gets back out into free space. Jerome, now they're both trading knees. Matt with another solid uppercut. Oh! Matt taking control of this last 50 seconds. Well, these men are dead tired. Valencia surging forward. And these guys are just all empty. The tanks are empty now. It's about raw desire to finish this fight. That's a nice knee on the inside by Huger. One thing you could say, whenever his gas tank is empty, he still has that technicality, but Matt now in that clinch, staying physical. And if he wins this 5th round, that's pretty much why. And I would give this 5th round to Matt, so that begs the question, which way is this leaning? And we ended off with a clinch. I will go and talk to Matt or whoever wins this fight in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner by way of unanimous decision and fighting out of the red corner, Matt All Heart Valencia.
Holder Matt All Heart Valencia. Matt, it seems like that was such a competitive fight, right? But that last round, you really turned up the pace. How confident were you coming into this decision that you had gotten done?
I was confident because I'm fucking All Heart. And why do you hit me? I'm gonna keep on coming, motherfucker. But I want to thank everyone who came out. My coach Ricky right here. Without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at. They always believe me, my teammates Julian, Fernando, and all my people at Regalo. Fuck yeah, motherfuckers. I'm the champ. I'm All Heart. I want to thank everyone for coming and support me. For the people who don't believe me, I'm right here. Because I'm All Heart. And I know how to face adversity. And Mom, Dad, come up here. I want to take a picture of you guys.
Your winner, Matt All Heart Valencia. Round of applause for both fighters.